Okay.
You can switch the ignition on.
Great.
Bike will be on. Starting's normal. Hold the button down.
Ooh, and there's the key. Okay. Okay. All right.
You can see the red line's quite low.
Okay.
That's just telling you that the engine's cold.
Okay.
Once the engine warms up, it will go back to its normal red line, which is around 9,000 RPM.
Oh, makes sense. Makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
Always going to idle around 2,000 RPM.
Okay.
For the first couple of seconds. That's just warming up the catalytic converters. They call it the cold start.
Makes sense.
All right.
All right.
Different riding modes. So you've got four different riding modes. 4 different riding modes, but there's 7 to choose from.
Oi. Okay.
All right.
All right.
What the riding modes do for you, they set your throttle response, they set your ABS response, they set your suspension and your traction control.
Okay.
All right. So Eco will obviously be to save fuel, giving you that little green block over there. As you open up throttle, you'll see you're using more and more power. Obviously, if you're trying to save fuel, you're trying to keep that block closed all the way.
Makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
Road, normal response, normal ABS, normal traction control, normal suspension as well.
Okay.
Dynamic, that's our sports mode.
Yeah.
More response from the throttle. ABS kicks in a little bit later, and you'll also see your suspension is stiffened up as well.
Okay, so which button is that? That's to set it up.
That's a suspension.
Oh, okay.
But the modes will automatically change your suspension for you.
Makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
And then obviously enduro.
That's for the long.
You want to do a bit of off-road riding. You got less traction and ABS on the rear wheel.
All right.
All right. And you can change your riding modes while riding. Let's say you're in road mode and it starts raining. You can put it into rain mode. All you do is you push your throttle forward.
Oh.
Okay. Push your throttle forward.
To signal to the bike that you're not accelerating.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you engaging the next mode.
Oh, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay.
There's your heated grips. Well, in this case, you've got heated seats as well. So you use your stroller up and down. So there's your heated grips.
Okay.
And you've got 5 different heat settings over there for the grips and 5 different heat settings for the seats. Okay.
Okay, hundreds.
Close it again there. Route over there, left and right indicators. That's your fog lights. That's telling you your fog lights are on.
Makes sense.
Suspension. So you can even have it on either have it on a road or a dynamic.
Okay.
And basically that's your damping, how hard and soft the suspension needs to be.
Makes sense.
Dynamic will be a stiff suspension, road will be a soft suspension.
Okay.
You can also set the preload. Preload is how high and low the suspension needs to be.
Okay.
You can either leave it in min, which will be on its lowest and will stay there.
Yes.
Or if you keep the button in, it goes to auto. And auto will basically measure the weight on the bike and adjust the height according to the weight.
Makes sense. That's smart. Okay.
Or you can override it to max, which will take it to its highest setting and stay there.
Okay.
All right. So let's leave it on auto.
Okay, yeah, auto I think it's good.
On its lower. And then that's just to deactivate the traction control.
Yeah, I'd rather have it on.
All right. Our menu I'll show you now. That's your hazards. Daytime running lights are on. And cruise control. So let's say you're doing 120.
Yeah.
Pop it out to the side. Set it on 120.
Oh, you pop it out to the side and set it there, yeah?
If you want to go a bit faster, hold it forward. If you want to go a bit slower, hold it backwards. If you want to disengage, just close it.
Okay.
Front brake, rear brake, or clutch will disengage as well.
Makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
Then obviously this little lever or button over here is your flash or forward for the brights.
Okay, over there.
Your menu gets quite interesting. If you press the top button, it'll give you what they call a status line, and that's something you want to see while riding the whole time. So that's your current, that's your mileage, trip 1, that's your consumption, average speed, front and rear tire pressure,
okay,
and then range on the tank, and then obviously your fuel gauge. If you press down on the menu button, this is when you get into the menu. You use your scroller as well. My vehicle, navigation, media, telephone, settings. Telephone, media, and navigation is blacked out at the moment because you need to connect your phone via Bluetooth to the TFT display,
okay,
as well as a Bluetooth communication system that you have on built into your helmet.
Okay.
And you can make and receive phone calls, listen to Spotify, and you can also use the navigation.
Okay.
How the navigation works is you use a BMW Motorrad connected app on your phone.
Yes.
And it uses basically BMW's maps.
Yes.
And it doesn't give you physical roads like a GPS does, but it will give you left and right instructions. So
Makes
3
sense.
kilometers turn right, 4
Yes.
kilometers turn left.
Yes.
And it speaks to you as well, which is quite cool.
All right.
All right.
All right.
If you want to see some more info on my vehicle, you press down on the menu button again.
Okay.
And that'll give you some information on the bike: engine temperature, oil level, front and rear tire pressure, voltage, range. Then you use your scroller again to go right. That'll give you some info on the bike: range, average speed, consumptions, second trip. That's quite a nice one. That tells you what your tire pressure is.
Yeah.
So spec is what it should be front, what it should be in the back.
Yeah.
Actual is what it is, and that's how much it's out by.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And then that's when it needs its next service.
All right.
All right.
Makes sense.
Settings, I can also go into quite in depth with you, but I don't think you're going to need it now. I'll give you the quick rundown. There's your 7 different riding modes you can choose from.
Yes.
The cool thing with the Pro is that you're basically short for programmable, and you can configure them. So Dynamic Pro, for instance, if we go into configuration, we can set up how we want the throttle response. We can set how we want the traction control and wheelie suppression,
yes,
as well as the ABS.
Yes.
I quite like the traction control in this setting. So what it says, it gives you like a short little description of the mode you're in, so for traction. So optimized for max performance, slight wheelie possible.
Okay.
Take it one up, optimized for max performance, wheelie is not suppressed.
Oh, damn. Okay. Oh.
I quite like this one. It allows for a small wheelie, just to give you a good idea, and it won't flip.
Yeah.
So it will lift and hold a little bit and then bring it down.
Makes
quite
sense.
a fun mode. I enjoy that one the most.
All right.
And then you can obviously tame it down quite a bit as well. Wheelie is suppressed, and then max stability with wheelie suppressed again.
Okay.
So yeah, and that's just on the dynamic. and enduro you can do exactly the same.
Makes sense.
Basically personalize 2 modes for you on your sort of riding style.
Snap. Okay.
And that's it. To open the fuel cap, switch the bike off.
Okay.
Gives you a minute and a half to open the fuel cap, and then it locks it.
Damn.
If you want to lock the steering, turn the steering, keep it until you hear a click,
Locked.
and then it locks. I don't think the keys are
There
urgent.
we go. Okay.
And then you can adjust this on the fly as well, higher and lower. You can adjust the seat height as well, a little bit higher or lower, or how you want it.
Okay.
There's tools under the rear seat. You can literally loosen that, and you can swift this over as well. So this swivels 360 degrees. So
Makes sense.
if you want it higher, lower, further, or as in this position, closer.
Oh, snap. Okay.
All right.
So it's basically...
Quick shifter is quite easy to use as well. Literally keep it,
Yeah.
keep your throttle open and shift up.
Up and down. Okay.
Up and down, yeah.
Up and down.
This side.
Oh, yeah.
So being an enduro bike, this is a little sort of step up for the brake, and what you do is you push it backwards and down.
All right.
Backwards and up. Yeah, like that.
So that's 2 steps.
So that's basically if you're riding off-road and you're standing up,
Yes.
it's just easier to get to the foot leg.
Oh,
The
yeah,
brake. Rear brake.
Oh, so it shortens the gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes
Lifts it
sense.
up a bit. For normal riding, I'd rather leave it up.
Right.
What happens is you rest your foot on them, before you know it, you've got no more back brakes.
Oh, yeah, your back brakes are gone. Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Okay, I think we
You've
could.
got, if you're going to do some night riding, it's got a really cool adaptive headlight. So basically, what I like to do is I just, especially at night, you just go left and right like that, and you can actually see the light
Move.
doing this.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
Cool. So it leans into the corner as you
Yeah,
turn into the
I was
corner.
about to say. Okay.
And then it should have the alarm as well. Yeah. So BMW logo is to activate it. The home is to deactivate it.
The home is to deactivate. The logo is to activate.
Yeah.
Okay. 100%.
That's it.
Okay.
Enjoy.
I think I'm good. I'm going to.
I just want to see you on top.
Now it's time for us to get onto the road. So enjoy the introduction as we are about to get into the GS.